your characters were influenced by you, but how do you feel like you guys were influenced by your characters? I mean, do you feel like, I mean, maybe with...
I learned how to laugh. Actually, first couple episodes, I was like, yeah, you know, show about Hollywood, there's a lot of darkness here. You know, coming from New York, I was always, you know, looking for the dark edge. And Doug would come to me between each take and he'd say, would you fucking smile? You're supposed to be having fun. And I didn't quite get it until, you know,
Season 8.
until yesterday. That, you know, we're trying to portray a fantasy, you know, and show these guys who are having the time of their life. And so I've learned how to smile.
Do you feel like people mistake you guys for your characters? I mean, has that happened? Do people think you're an agent? Do people think, I mean...
I did one moment literally go into my character. I was coming out of an osteopath and Joel Silver was there and he was on the phone, he was screaming. And I go, what's wrong, Joe? And he goes, you know, I shouldn't even tell this story, I'm gonna get crushed. Anyway, he was trying to get Kate Beckinsale. And so I pick up the phone and start going as if someone yelled action. And I start making some phone calls and called some people at my agency that got Kate on the phone immediately and worked this deal with him to get Kate Beckinsale a job. That has nothing to do with me.
And her husband directed, which is weird anyway, because well, she should have had that.
I mean, it was just, so there was a moment where I kind of went into my character's mode. But, you know, I think that I am actually kind of quite different, unless possibly you catch me in traffic and I have road rage. You might see some of our goals. Yeah.
But what about the rest of you guys?
What about us?
Do you feel like
Is there a question there?
Question.
Do you feel like your character in some ways has affected or changed who you are?
Not, I mean, I don't, not, it hasn't really.
He's made me a little richer. I'd say that's about it.
You want to tell the story about the date you were on?
It's just a bore. No, I mean, no, it's weird to me. It's always, not that I mean, this has been such an amazing experience. I wouldn't change a day of it. To me, the common sense of it is always weird when somebody refuses to acknowledge the fact that that's not your name.
Not real.
Right. It's like, dude, are we really having this conversation right now? This conversation is going to be over in 2 seconds if you don't stop calling me E, honestly.
Well, it's a reality show on a lot of ways. So people, I think, you know, maybe on some level do get confused and they may think
they're really stupid if they get confused. It doesn't give them a right to put you in a headlock and give you a noogie. You know what I mean? Come here, E! Come here, E! Like, dude, get off.
I think Connolly's got the scotch. There you go.
Oh, swear to God. No, it's tight. It's tight.
Like, Jerry, how often do you get called Turtle when you're walking around?
I mean, I don't really keep count or tabs. Yeah, I mean, more than anything, too, it's like they actually want, like, a moment from the show, whether it's like, hey, you want to, you know, come smoke a joint or
Devastating
something like
to learn that,
you know, like,
pot,
and it's actually like, I feel them get disappointed when I'm actually like, I haven't smoked weed in, like, 10 years, literally. I'm sorry, and even if I did, I don't know if I would just smoke your random weed. So I felt them get disappointed because it's like, oh, wow, you're not that you kind of suck now, and they walk away.
By the way, Jerry, Kevin, and Kevin recount stories in my documentary, a nice plug, Teenage Paparazzo, about this very topic.
Don't worry about it. I ain't ever going to make that.
Well, you've seen it, of course.
I was shampooing that night.
You couldn't make the shoot, I know, but...
You were pixelated. You were pixelated.
I had to cut you out. Is
it pixelated of it?
Yeah. But, also, too, it's like, I guess in a weird way, like kind of what like Kevin was saying, too, there is a ridiculous factor of, like, you know, you appreciate that they watch the show, but you're almost like, do you really think it's real? But I guess in a way, you could break it down however you want. It is just a tribute that they buy it all. Right, sure. So it's a lot better than people walking around just saying, like, oh, it's the guy from that show I don't like, you know? It's
listen,
like they buy it.
If the tax on trying as hard as you possibly can to make the characters authentic and give it some sort of integrity. If the tax on it is people think it's real, then you take that wholeheartedly, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Victory, do you get that?
I do, yeah.
I do.
I mean, everyone calls me Johnny. I start responding to it. You know, I've had.
It's easier to go with it sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I'll have to do a little victory just to get him out of my face. Victory, I gotta go now.
Smart money, what I would tell a young actor, you do a TV show, ask them if they can make your character's name your name. It'd just be a lot easier in the long haul.